Hi Aquarius, this is going to be your reading for September 2025. I hope everyone is having a good day so far. If this resonates with you, please like, subscribe, share, comment. If it doesn't, check your moon or rising because you could be in that energy as well. Just a reminder, these are general readings, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. How I do my readings, I'll start with the Angel Oracle Guide here. I'll move on to Traditional Tarot and then back to Oracle at the end. Alright, let's get into it. So your message for this month is listen deeply. Sorry, Aquarius, I keep passing it. There we are. Angels are sending you guidance and inspiration through your powerful and resonant inner voice. Be ready to listen to that voice now. Listen to yourself. If you aren't able to hear yourself, you'll be blocking your connection to the information, insight, and guidance that can support you going forward. If you've been ignoring or avoiding dealing with something you feel that you had to do for a long time, your angels are encouraging you to stop, listen to yourself, and do it now. Your expansion and growth depend on it. If you've received challenging information recently about your life from any source, or you are unsure whether to believe it or not, this card assures you that it is pivotal to the unfolding of your freedom and joy, so listen deeply. The whispers of your inner voice are subtle, and it takes patience and willingness to hear them. Often this voice can seem intensely honest and direct, but that's because it wants us to hone in on the truth in order to grow. Often we don't like the truth the inner voice is giving us and we refuse to listen, but all we're doing is blocking the guidance that is coming forward for us. The truth of the matter is that your inner voice is always working in our favor. It will be direct and insightful, but won't make us feel low. If you are unsure what information is guidance and what is based on fear and ego, call on the angels to help you hear and understand the information that's rising within. You can also invite them to clear old messages so that you have more space energetically for guidance that is relevant to this present moment. Alright, let's take a look at the tarot and see maybe what for September, Aquarius, that inner voice is trying to tell us, okay? Just give me a minute to shuffle these cards. For Aquarius, please. That was too many. Okay. I'm feeling kind of what I'm hearing for September is it's this kind of chance to rebuild for you in a way. There is information that's going to be coming in here pretty quickly for you in September. We have the Eight of Wands, which is this fast movement, right? Messages coming in, emails. Sometimes it can be a person because we do have the Page of Swords coming in to talk to you here as well. Could be an air sign as well, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, but someone's coming in to bring you news and kind of bring it in fast here because the Eight of Wands is all about that fast movement or fast messaging kind of forward. And what this kind of conversation does, or what this kind of person coming in with the information does, is causes this kind of tower moment for you. So it's coming in for a change. Something is changing here, okay? Things are crumbling a little bit. The tower is this like drastic change kind of energy. So I feel like whatever this message is, whatever this person is bearing, is going to be some important information or drastic information that's going to kind of change the circumstances on what you're kind of going through, especially right now. So this might come as like a surprise for you because the tower is sometimes unforeseen, especially when it's in the upright position. But just know anything that is crumbling now, anything that is changing for you in September, Aquarius, is going to be what's kind of needed. It feels like it's going to be what's needed for you to position yourself in a way that's on a path of almost this kind of greater energy for you. This more of like, it feels like this kind of building block, right? Where we're saying we have a chance to kind of build up into September. We have a chance to kind of rebuild something here. And it's going to be rebuilding it the way that we wanted it. The rebuilding to the structure that we kind of have been wanting or hoping for here. And I'll go through all of that. But we have the Empress card in reversed here, which is this energy of kind of vibrating low. We might be feeling like this, whatever this situation, whatever this information is, has got us in our energy kind of feeling lackluster, feeling like, well, life kind of sucks, here we go again, something's not working out for me here. For some of you, it could be pregnancy issues, not for all of you. Here, but I'm just putting that out there because the Empress is here, and sometimes that represents pregnancy, so I'm just going to put that out there. For some of you, but again, it just is just this energy of lacklustering low. Like it's like we can't create something, or we're having trouble manifesting something, creating something in our life here. We don't feel that energy. We kind of feel low vibrational in a way. But the Four of Pentacles is just saying, you know what, we need to kind of release it. We need to kind of release this energy here and not hold on too tightly. Like it's like I'm seeing kind of waves chopping in the water, and it's like you just kind of got to ride out the waves a little bit, especially in this month of September for you, because it's going to be like things are going to change, so we might as well flow with that change instead of resisting against it, right? Instead of like swimming the other way into the waves, we're just deciding to ride the waves because we understand that the waves are going to be less effort on us. The good thing is the Moon card is here. Okay, so the Moon card is energy of illusion, not really being able to see things properly. Sometimes this is subconscious energy here as well. I feel like it's just something not being shown to us completely, like something like almost out of a bigger picture here for you, because I feel like there's this new path for you that's coming out, and you're kind of wanting to trust this path a little bit more, because with the Five of Pentacles in the reversed, this Fool card being that kind of new path, that fresh start, that new beginning for you, this Five of Pentacles is just saying something else is here for you. There's something else. There's something to pull you out of this kind of Five of Pentacles energy. This energy of feeling left out in the cold. This energy of feeling maybe like you don't belong. This energy of feeling like, just kind of in this point of like sadness, or in this point of lack here. So there's this King of Swords moment here for you as well, with just, I feel like this is your energy. It doesn't matter if you're male or female, or identify as either way, Aquarius. The King of Swords is this strategist. It's this masculine energy. It's this, making a game plan, at the top of their game here. This is someone that is very communicative, someone that's very logical. And it feels like a progression almost. It's like, okay, this is going to be the part in your life where you're like, oh, this changed, so then I moved into this kind of sector. It's like this was a catalyst, all this change that's happening now, into growing to this person who I am becoming, right? I'm becoming this kind of King of Swords, because usually this is an energy of kind of maturity here as well, energy of sometimes a bit like older energy, and I just feel like this is kind of in the future for you. I feel like things are shaking up right now for a specific purpose. It's like it means something deeper than that we can see right now, and I feel like that's what this Moon card, that's what this illusion is all about, is we're not kind of seeing things clearly here. So just feel that. I would say during this change, remember to ride the wave instead of ride against it here, because there's a bigger picture energy here that is not being shown to you yet. I think that's kind of important to know in this. And that's why I think you're also getting the Listen Deeply card, because it's just like intuitively you might know there's something more out there for me. There's something greater for me here. So, sorry, there's just just sounds outside. It sounded like a singing drum for a second, which was interesting, but it sounds like a truck backing up. But I almost had like the tone of that. I don't know. But it just feels like there's something greater for you or bigger for you here. So just kind of trust in that. Listen to yourself, especially through all of this. Take the time and energy to kind of go through this kind of transition in September. Allow yourself that time to kind of feel out this transition, especially energetically. So we have the Three of Swords here coming out sideways and the Wheel of Fortune coming out sideways. And if you've seen my readings before, when cards come out sideways, for me, they mean that energy can go either way, that there's a choice involved, right? That's not just divinely guided, that it's not, you know, it's not something that's it's going to happen this way. There is a choice. So there's Three of Swords that's coming out here sideways. Either we have the choice to sit in this pain, this loss, and this heartbreak, as we should, but we shouldn't let that be the ruler. We should be like understanding, hey, you know, I feel this pain, I feel the sadness right now, but I know that it will pass. I'm just going to let myself feel it and move on from it. Or in the reverse, we see this as a very healing moment for ourselves. We see this as things are going to get better for me, right? Not worse, in this kind of Three of Swords. And that's what this Wheel of Fortune is, because this is usually a fate card. So it's interesting that's coming out sideways. Again, we are feeling like, you know what? Maybe this wasn't meant for me, maybe it wasn't supposed to happen for me, and that's okay. The energy is still moving in my favor here. Or it's in the reverse, and we're choosing to see it as like such a negative that we're not allowing ourselves, we kind of downward spiral in a way, right? Aquarius, we're just kind of like, this happened, and you know, nothing works out in my life, and nothing's ever going to work out, and we kind of tell ourselves this kind of story over and over again here. But they're telling you to do the opposite here. Think of, really picture whatever's happening now, changing for the good, okay? I have this Four of Wands here that's popping out. This is our home life, and it's in the upright, so there might be, again, for some people, in the future, there's some kind of celebration in our home life, whether this is like a higher level commitment with someone, maybe moving in with someone, you're maybe moving somewhere here as well. Maybe you're buying a house, buying something that has to do with home, or something resonating with home here as well with this Four of Wands, because there is this kind of celebration, and this Three of Wands coming in here, again, both saying that your ships are coming in. With the Three of Wands, the ships are a little bit in the distance right now, so they are on the way for you, but you just got to keep calling that energy in. You got to keep focusing on those ships that are coming in, because it feels like whatever is changing now, these maybe distractions that are coming in, are going to feel like a lot, but it's going to be up to you to be like, okay, you know, it's, yes, this is all happening right now, and yes, this change is happening in my life, but it's like, okay, now where do we go from here? You know, what else is there for me, or what else is out there? And that's not saying to not feel whatever it is that is happening here, not feel this Three of Swords, but it's in a way of being like, I understand I'm going through this experience, and not letting us kind of get into our own way or get into our own head. Okay. There's a lot of fire energy here in this kind of reading associated with self, associated with how we value ourselves or how we see ourselves here. Um, some of you might want to be in this kind of really passionate energy, whatever is happening here. Maybe some of you are going to turn to, you know, maybe partying, maybe, you know, it's, you know, passion, maybe it's relationships, maybe it's sex. I feel like there's going to be this kind of craving here for you in a way. Aquarius, because you're just going to be like, I want to move to that. I want to have that feeling again. I want to have that kind of passion or that burst here, whether that be in a creative way or whether it be in a physical way, here as well. But it just says watch. It says just like watch for, it's almost feeling like temptation in a way. Watch for that this end of September, because we have this Knight of Wands coming out sideways. Again, choices involved here. Upright is this kind of stable, you know, creative drive, this passion, right? The good kind of passion, right? That fire energy to get us through. We can get through this. We can move forward. When it's in the reverse like this, it's energy of someone that could be very passionate at first and change directions quickly, because what they're doing is they're kind of going after the feeling. They're not really going after, you know, what it is that they kind of actually truly want here. They're like kind of being like, I always call this like when the Knight of Wands is in reverse, it can be kind of like fuck boy, fuck girl energy, just because it's like really passionate at first and then they pull away because they kind of got what they needed. This one's a little bit more stable here. So whether if this is someone else coming into your life, Aquarius, I say just watch for people's intentions. Don't put all your eggs in one basket here, because it feels like in a way with this Nine of Cups and this Nine of Pentacles in reverse, we're not valuing ourselves enough for this situation, or maybe for this person, and it's like going to make us feel worse in a way. So it feels like you kind of need a little bit of a time out with this Hangman here. You need a time to just process things. You just need time to kind of comprehend things, or else we're going to kind of be moving to vices. It's like, let yourself go through this. Let yourself kind of, you know, like I said before, detach, surrender a little bit, so we're not moving too quickly, because it feels like something is going to be like we're not moving in our right energy here, or we're going to maybe allow the wrong person into our energy here, because it feels like this energy of maybe desperation or need, and sometimes people can feel that. So if there is maybe this fire sign coming into your life, or something starting with this fire sign kind of energy, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius here, just again watch for that, because I just feel like with all these cards that are popping up, it's almost like something, it's like we're not valuing ourselves while doing this, or we're not valuing our energy here, or allowing someone to take advantage of our energy. So I'm just going to put that out there for you, especially if like your gut instinct, your intuition is telling you something like that. It's definitely to trust it here, okay? There's a lot of cards. I'm not going to take all of them. Yeah, gratitude is just going to be kind of the key for you. Yeah, Five of Cups in the reverse. We have the Knight of Cups coming out sideways. All these Knights coming out sideways here. I feel like there's this kind of want for more of an emotional connection, or emotional satisfaction here for yourself. So I feel like maybe this experience at the end is going to make you a little bit more grateful for that emotional side. You know, whatever this kind of heart feeling is for you, because it's coming out sideways, it can go either way. We just need to balance out the energy right now. Temperance in reverse is just saying things are a bit out of whack, things are a bit out of balance. So balancing our emotions, balancing our energy here is going to be important. It's funny because they're showing me the fire and the water for you in this month of September, and it's like finding that balance of both, right? Not allowing one to be so in our feelings that it's taking over control, or so in our passion that it's kind of taking control. It's like, where can we find that balance this month? And I think you kind of do that by stepping back, by being like, okay, I just need to work through this, whatever this energy is, and then I'll be okay. Ooh, that card flew. Let me grab it. Luck is on your side. Like I said before with this reading, it's like trust yourself a little bit more, trust yourself through these changes, or whatever it is that is going on, because that's going to be kind of important. Baby steps. Action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. We were talking about that as well with the listen deeply, so your intuition is definitely on point for this month. You're being called to take grounded action in response to your soul calling, to start where you begin building in a consistent way. Remember, we talked about in the beginning of this reading, this need for rebuilding, like you're rebuilding your energy, or rebuilding something here. So many people stop themselves from living a soul-led life because they are waiting to know the destination before taking the first step, but intuition doesn't work like that. Our soul is always calling us every moment of every day, and the way to find ourselves living in harmony with the cosmos is to listen to your soul's baby calls, the whispers, each and every day, and to take grounded action in the direction of those calls and whispers. You're being encouraged to start small, bite-sized, to put one foot in front of the other and do one thing every day, to break things down into achievable tasks. Time on Earth goes slower than on other planets, and this may cause frustration for starseeds, who can expect faster pace of manifestation, thus give up before the seeds begin to sprout. If you resonate with that, it's time to opt in for consistency over urgency. And that's just this kind of energy we were feeling with this Knight of Wands, right? This rushing in kind of energy, where it's like, whoa, 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 are we feeling good? Are we grounded? Are we feeling at peace here? Or are we just going after something because we feel like we need to fill a void or fill something here? If you resonate with it, that it's time to opt in for consistency over urgency. Time to take baby steps in the direction of your calling. To remember that you don't need to have it all figured out or know exactly where the path is leading you. You don't have to know every single step along the way before you set out on your great journey. You just need to take the next step. What's one simple baby step you can take in the direction of your soul's calling? Again, it feels like this month for you is just all about kind of rebuilding, Aquarius, in September, giving yourself a chance to kind of find that peace, find that freedom, and move on in this kind of new journey here, right? It's going to be that, just that. It's going to be consistency over urgency for you. It's going to be your biggest winner, I would say.